first pitch. This looks like Dr. Morgan, isn't it?
This is Dr. Morgan.
Welcome to Progressive Field, where it is the Cleveland Metropolitan School District championship game for the boys baseball, which will feature the Lincoln-West Wolverines and the Rhodes Rams. Hi, I'm Tim Wells, and my partner in the house, Marcus Morrison. Coach, you commercial a number of years ago. We've been doing this a number of years. What can we expect to see here today?
Well, Tim, you know, they're both teams are in the championship, obviously. So they've been doing some good things to get here. So hopefully we see a solid defensive game, because if we don't see that, then that's the team that's going to take it over. You know, they're playing on the best field in America, so you shouldn't have any bad hops or anything. So hopefully we go out there and see a solid game and to give the fans something good to cheer about.
And you're looking down at the field right now where they're talking to the head coach of Lincoln-West, Ron Potter, as he's getting ready for this big game. And obviously a special feeling for the youngsters that are going to play here today, to play on a field such as this.
Correct, Tim. This is like a dream come true. You know, some of these kids will never play this memory forever.
Tell us a little bit about Ron Porter.
Yeah, Mr. Potter, he's a 1986 graduate of Sheldon High School in Eugene, Oregon. In 1992, graduate of Redlands College in California. He's also a 2000 graduate of California Law School, and he's got about 12 years experience.
And obviously, when you're looking at the Lincoln-West team, they come in here with a record of 8-1, overall 9-5. But the previous matchup between these two teams, it did not go well. It was a 13-2 game.
Right.
So let's first go to the next step. Let's talk about the men in blue, because I know they're going to be grabbing the Rhodes coach here any second. But let's talk about the officials that are going to call today's game. They're all from the Greater Cleveland Umpires Association, all certified through the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
Yeah, behind the plate, Tim, we got Carlton, 1985 graduate of Benedictine. He's been doing this for 24 years. He owns his own security company. And then you have Dave Bartolo. He went to South High, 1989 graduate. He's also been doing this for 27 years. He also worked for Cuyahoga County Public Works, and he's the president of the GCU Association. At second base, we have Marlon Henson, 1984 grad, I think he's 1994 grad of Bedford High School, and he's got 12 years experience in his deployment. Deyanis Blackman from Southside Comprehensive, 1993, and that's in Atlanta, Georgia. He has 20 years experience, and he works at the Cleveland Military Station.
So right now, Brian McGowan from the Rhodes Rams, the home team. Tell us a little bit about Brian.
Yeah, Brian McCollin, he's a 1987 graduate of Reynoldsburg High School. He's been coaching for 22 years. He did 9 years at Normandy and 11 years at Rhodes. He started in 2013, and he was here for 15 and 16 as the assistant coach. Right now, from 2017, Senate champs in 2015 versus Lincoln-West, and in 2023 versus Marshall.
And it's very special today for the Rhodes Rams. They've never seen him coach a baseball game. So they're here today, and that's got to be a special feeling for Brian.
Oh yeah, especially in this atmosphere, Tim. What better day, what better place to see your son coach?
When you look at these two teams, let's first of all talk about the starting lineup for Lincoln-West.
All right, so you have Dario Murdoch. He's playing third base, number 7. You got Yadiel Alejandro. He's number 13. He's playing shortstop. And then you have number 9, the pitcher, Geraldo Garce Panadet. And then you have number 5, second base, Eric Arrojo. And number 2, the left fielder, Ray Gonzalez. At first base, Caden Negron. Number 4, center fielder, Angel Cruz. And number 11, right field, Alex Quiones.
And when you look at the Rhodes Rams on defense, it starts with the left fielder, Jesus Cardenas, number 13, the center fielder, Jason Castillo. The right fielder is the league all-star, Manuel Valran. At third base, number 12, it's Daniel Witt. The shortstop, he is the league MVP, a phenomenal player with a lot of speed. We'll see that as we go through. He's number 2, their shortstop, Roberto Benitez. Over at first is David Gardner, number 1. League All-Star catcher is Logan Samaji, number 5. And the starting pitcher today is Jose Trejo. And again, he is also a league all-star. You know, the other thing as we go through the day, but our special thanks to Cleveland Guardian Charities for making this possible. Ballpark operations and everything here is being handled by them. So it's just like if you were at a Guardians game, we're seeing the same thing that's happening all the time. So our special thanks to the owner of the Cleveland Guardians, Mr. Paul Dolan, for making this possible. Also, Curtis Stamberg, Bobby DiBiasio, Ralphio Collins,
All right, Tim, so you got Dario Murdoch up the bat. He's batting .485. His on-base percentage is .655. That's off the plate right there a little bit. And I think Jose Trejo, he looks like he's going to be in the zone today. And there he is with a strike. 1.
and you know this is also an adjustment period. And Coach, you've seen this year after year. The mounds that we're looking at today, these kids aren't used to that when they play in the Cleveland fields.
No, there's usually a little hole dug up or something like that. These mounds are absolutely perfect. You know, again, there should be any excuse on this field.
And the other thing is, and we'll tell you as we go, folks, but the Cleveland Guardians Charities has been behind trying baseball, not only with CMSD, but with a lot of the Little League organizations in Cleveland as far as the record. And these turf fields that you see over at Luke Easter Park, CC Sabathia. You also have League Park, the historic League Park. You also have Brookside Talty Field. You also have the Jose Ramirez Field, which is most recent, where Jose Ramirez stepped up to make this happen. And then we also have Low Field, where the girls get to play, and that's the first one they've done there. So it's been a really great marriage between the kids in the community and our kids in the community and the guardians. So again, our special thanks to all of them for making that possible.
That's a fly ball. It looks like in the infield. Catcher's calling it, and he misses it. It's a fair ball.
And
So
again,
in that situation, Tim, that catcher, if he's going to call that ball, he has to get out there, turn his back to the field, and you know, he wants to place himself as he's a fielder out on the field. It's going to be difficult for him to catch that, in which, you know, you obviously saw the output of that. You got one out, Dario Murdoch struck out looking, and then Yadiel Alejandro is on first base right now. Up the bat is Walfie Adames.
you know, this looks like Wafiel Medalis is up.
Yeah, Walfie Adames. And he's four. Just fouled that one off. So this is the time where, you know, you don't know if they got some wheels at first base with Alejandro. But, you know, if you're going to run, I would think they'd probably start doing it soon. There's a rip out to left field. Looks like it's going to hang up, and he's got it.
And a great catch. Ball well hit to left field, Coach.
Yes, it was. And then he takes off to second. Good job. Way to read the ball there. That's why it's so important, you know, if you're watching from home, you have to hit your cutoffs, especially when guys are on base, because that's a base that they didn't have to give up right there. Once you get a guy on second base, all you need is a base hit to get him in. So right now we got 2 outs, and Eric Araujo up the bat.
Again, he's a league all-star. They were honored earlier today here at the ballpark. The girls fast pitch and the boys baseball. He also pitched a no-hitter the very first game of the season. Now, I don't know what the temperature was on March 26th, but
Right.
against Bard, he did throw.
Nobody wants to hit when it's below. He's got a 2-1 count, 2 outs. Base runner on second.
You know, this has been one of those
That's going to be a fly ball. You need to be running. It's a
shortstop,
tough ball.
left.
Whoa.
So
The shortstop
caught
ended
the
up catching
ball.
that play. I thought it was the left fielder.
Usually, outfield, shortstop, whose ball, Coach?
Well, in that particular area, is calling you off, and he's got his hands up, and that's what he indicated. Then it's his ball if he's camped under it. That's a long run for the left fielder, so he's the captain out there.
All right, Coach. Let's look at the Rhodes Rams starting lineup.
All right, for Rhodes, we have Roberto Benitez. He's the MVP of the league. He's number 2 shortstop. He's batting .567. Batting second, we have Logan Samaji, and he's number 5. He's the catcher. He's batting .304. And then we have David Garner, and he's playing number 4, playing first base. He's batting .500. Then you have Jesus Cardenas, number 13. He's playing left field, batting .259. And then you have Manuel, number 3. He's playing right field. He's batting .357. And you have Jason Castillo, number 11, playing center field. He's batting .258. Nate LaQuay, number 25. He's their DH, batting .261. And Jose Trejo, he's the pitcher, number 1, and he's batting .227.
And then also the third base.
Yep.
He'll round it out. On defense, Lincoln-West will line them up this way. In left field, a league all-star, number 7, Ray Gonzalez. In center field, Angel Cruz, the center fielder. Right fielder, number 11, Alex Quinones. At third base, league all-star, number 7, Daryl Murdoch. The shortstop, number 13, Adio Alejandro. At second base, a league all-star, number 5, Eric Arroyo. At first base is Caden, number 16, Caden Negron. And their Adanimus. And pitching is Geraldo Garce Pineda. And I'll tell you, this pitcher, he's going to find out that coach from Rhodes doesn't mind playing small ball. So don't be surprised if we see some of that going on today. But I can tell you this, I watched them play Max Hayes. Now, during the year, they lost to Max Hayes, but they beat him in the playoff game 10-0. It was a completely different team. Vastly improved from the very beginning. This Lincoln-West team, they're relying on the bats to keep them in the game, and they're relying on the pitcher to throw strikes and keep them honest.
You know, Tim, like I always tell guys, the game is won and lost in the infield. Plays in the infield, you give your team a chance to win. Now, to the outfield, and there's really there to throw strikes and minimize your mistakes. But if they can keep the game and keep the basic fundamentals down and get the outs in the infield, they'll give themselves a chance to win this game.
So leading off for James Ford Road is Roberto Benitez. As Coach Mo said, he's a 12th grader MVP of the league. He leads the team in runs scored, stolen bases, and hits. He's the guy that gets them going. He's the spark.
There's his first pitch. It's going to be to the backstop.
And, Coach, if you notice, the infield is playing up. And it's not because they're expecting bunt. They just know his speed.
Pound that zone, make these guys swing the bat.
Well, they always say, avoid the walks early, throw strikes.
He fouled that one off. He's got 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Curves, and that was the fastball up high. 1-2 count, nobody out, bottom of 1, no score.
That's a good pitch. In high school, Tim, you're going to get a little bit off the plate. So you got to be able to to foul that off, you know. But right now, as I'm going back as the hitter, I'm telling my guys, hey, he's calling it off the plate a little bit. So you guys got to be ready. If you got 2 strikes, you can't take it too far off the plate.
Samaji, and he cuts swinging a miss. He's a league all-star. He also has got 14 runs scored, and he's hitting .304 on the season.
There's another swing and a miss. He's doing a great job. He's got good location right now, Tim. If he keeps this up, they're going to have a hard time today.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's impressed me. We only got through 2 batters, but he seems to be pounding the strike zone.
And there's that pitch, Tim. He's on the outside corner. That one was more on the corner than he should. Again, I'm telling my guys, my teammates, hey, he's calling it a little bit off the plate, but if you got 2 strikes, you better be swinging at it, fouling it off or something. Otherwise, you're going to get out of there looking.
So we're looking at number 4, the first baseman for the Rhodes Rams. He's Gardner. He's hitting .500 on the season. He led the team with the RBIs. He had 15 during the year.
That's his first curveball. Being a coach for so many years, I tell my guys, don't show the curveball unless they're hitting your fastball. Just keep spotting that fastball. It's working. Don't even show it. There you go. It's a little bit high, but keep spotting. He's doing a really good job right now.
And he's been calling the outside corner, but that time it just seemed to be a little bit higher.
Yeah, a little bit high.
So 2 down. There's a big swing. And Coach, he wasn't talking about a base hit either when he swung at that one.
No way. No, he got his money's worth on that one. 2-1. Yes. Got 2 outs. They're not hitting his fastball. Again, his best pitches have been on the outside. The catcher's going to spot up down there. And he threw it outside.
So I know, Coach, in your coaching career with CMSD, you probably had to deal with a lot of kids, the Latin players that basically, they spoke mostly Spanish. How did you always have a coach or somebody?
Yeah, so you always had some guys that spoke both Spanish and English, but for me, I tried to my Spanish, but they always told me my Spanish wasn't any good. So.
No, yeah, I've seen a lot of Latin players say that's not our language, man.
You got him
Swinging a
swinging.
miss. He struck out the side. So we go down 1, 2, 3. And we are at the end of the first inning. You're watching the 2026 CMSD Boys Baseball Championship. And again, keep in mind that these kids, this is probably the first time they've played on it. I'm sure they'll be talking about it the rest of their lives.
Oh, I'm sure, Tim. I mean, I wish we had this back when I played. It's just a dream come true. If you never make it to the big leagues, you can at least say I played on a big league field. And that's something you definitely remember forever, win or lose.
And I'll tell you what, when you think about them playing on a field like this and getting the opportunity, it does not happen without the Cleveland Guardian Charities.
Correct.
So we are going to be going to the, again, Leading off will be Eric Arroyo, their second baseman. He is a league all-star.
Yeah, Tim, he pitched a no-hitter, March 26th versus Bard. I think you mentioned this before. And again, just to do that, that's very rare. And, no matter what it was definitely cold in March in Cleveland.
Here right now at Progressive Field. This is May 19th, is 80 degrees.
And we're supposed to get some thunderstorms at night. So I was glad it held off for these kids to get their opportunity to play, because it's hard for the Guardians to pick another, because they're coming back in town. They got to get. We're able to get this game in.
Coming back. Not anywhere near us.
No.
We would need 4 fishing nets extended to get close to that one. And the other challenge is, you're on a big field, so it's like we've seen numerous games here where they were too short or too deep.
Correct.
It's tough.
Correct. So, for that, Tim, these guys have. The coaches should have some kind of scouting reports on who does what, but most of the time in high school that are in right field, they're going to be playing in, because a lot of kids bloop to right field. Your left field is going to be deeper, and your center field is going to be probably even up.
A nice catch by the right fielder, Manny. Little on.
So this will be his last year. So we got 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Brings the count to 2-2.
Well, I'll tell you another thing, Coach. There's a team on fire right now in the MLB.
Mm-hmm.
Last night, the Detroit Tigers took a little bit of spanking from our Guardians in Detroit.
Yeah, I got to see a little bit of that. 8-2.
Yeah. You got to give a little credit. They've been known for guards ball, but somebody,
Yep.
And they're just, you're almost sitting there waiting like they're going to hit a home run for us.
And that was a nice rip, but it's going to be foul and out of play. A little bit out. Some more balls going out of play. And I don't think they're coming back.
I don't think so. But I'm sure they're prepared for it. Way up high. So that's a full count. 3-2, if I'm right.
That is correct.
I didn't see his hands go up,
One out.
so I think it is full.
Yes, it's full. And they got him. Looks like a changeup.
Okay, so now we're going to look at their first baseman, number 16, Caden Negron. He's a sophomore.
And that one's high. He wants to be first pitch in there. This is where your coach is looking at you, Tim, because you got your 2 outs, nobody's on base, and now you're throwing two balls to someone, and he called that one a strike. So now it's 2-1. But you do not want to walk a guy with 2 outs.
Well, I think you're right, Coach, but I also think the mortal sin is walking the leadoff batter.
Yeah.
That'll get you in trouble almost every time.
That sure will. 'Cause then you give the other team options, you know. You walk that leadoff batter, I can bunt him over. You know, if I got a bunt for a base hit, you're still getting your guy over. Now you got, you know, first and second, no outs. So we got a 3-2 count here, Tim. This is going to be a payoff pitch here. And right down the middle.
He called that a ball.
That must have been low.
Glad they don't have the ABS thing working here, Coach. I tell you.
It was right down the middle.
So that's the first runner to get on base by the walk. And now it's going to be their center fielder, number 4, Angel Cruz. He led the team in runs scored with 22. He also has led the team in their stolen bases.
18 stolen bases, Tim. So again, this is where you can get in trouble. A pass ball here, there he goes, and he's safe.
He's in there. Well, I think it's a good move by the coach. Hey,
now, you know, this is where that stuff comes into play, where you can get those bloop hits. You know, there's that outside corner. He needs to live on that outside corner. If that umpire is calling it there, you got to live there. They're not swinging at it. There it is again. Good pitch. Then we got 2-2, 2 outs. Give yourself a chance.
you know, we used to always talk about the strike zone. Is the strike zone the same for every umpire?
No.
We're going to talk about that right after we get through this inning.
Whoa.
Got him on the inside corner. So picks up 2 more strikeouts. But that ends the top of the second inning. Again, no score. But Coach, explain to us about the strike zone and the umpire dealing with umpires. How does that all work?
So, you know, zones. I mean, you know, some umpires, they like to speed the game up. You know, and some of them will come over and tell you at the beginning of the game, hey, you know, and some coaches don't like it, obviously, and some players don't like it, but you have to learn to adjust to their strike zone. I mean, that's just part of the game. That's that human nature of the game. You're going to get it in the. That's why they came up with the ABS, right?
Right.
Because these guys have an eye that's, you know, so keen to the strike zone and where they hit and where they want to see the ball that they know if it's a little bit off the plate or if it's a lot off the plate, and they won't swing at it, you know, and they'll tap their hat.
So just like you've been talking about, both pitchers live on the outside corner. That's the one he's calling.
You know, or if I'm a coach and I see the outside and my player's been throwing there, I'm going to live there until, you know, they start hitting it or, you know, he stops calling it or whatever. So, and it looks like, you know, that's where he likes to call that pitch, you know, and that's what if that umpire likes to call that pitch that way, I'm going to stay there.
All right, so we're going to go to the bottom of the third. Bottom of the second. And we the cleanup hitter for the Rhodes Rams, number 13. The junior. He's hitting .259 on the year. They gave us some water up here, Coach. something else. So TV 20 coming in your house right here from Progressive Field. You're watching the Cleveland Metropolitan School District boys game between the Lincoln-West Wolverines and the Rhodes Rams. We'll play 7, and we're in the bottom of the 2 with no score.
So yeah, Jesus, he's a junior playing left field. He's got had a couple little balls hit out there to him.
And he usually is an aggressive swinger. If you look, Coach, he didn't draw that many walks all season long, but he seems to be the guy. He's in a leadoff situation now. That might change.
Yeah, not many strikeouts either. I mean, he only had 4 on the year. So you can tell he puts the ball in play. And there he is. Weak grounder, but he ended up getting him. And that's that play in the infield, Tim, you know, that you have to keep your team in the game. Routine balls, getting it there, getting it out.
Again, Yadier Halorando is the shortstop that made the throw over to Caden Negron. Nice play by the defense. For the Rhodes Rams is a league all-star, number 3, Manuel Velaran. He's the right fielder, and he's hitting .357 on the year. He's a senior.
Mm-hmm. He fouled that one off, so he's down in the count 0-2 now, Tim. Again, if I'm the catcher or pitches, I'm throwing an unhittable pitch here. You know, nobody's on base. You got to block the ball. But right now, I'm just hitting that outside corner.
You know what, we have to take this time also to congratulate the girls champions. Again, it was a heck of a game. It went extra innings over at Cleveland State University, where the Bard Lady Raptors won by a score of 5-4 over the Rhodes Lady Rams.
That was inside, so now he's got it to 2-2. He's got to eat on that outside corner. That's where he's been getting the calls at. Another ball hit the shortstop. Candy Hop. Good throw. And they got him.
Nice scoop. Nice scoop by the first baseman, Coach.
Yeah, he held on to it.
Nice job, David Gardner over at first. Good throw by Benitez. 2 down. Now we're going to look at Jason Castillo, center fielder. He's a 10th grader, 258.
I'm looking at this Rose team. Most of these guys are in the 12th grade. They got 2 guys in the 11th grade, 1 guy in the 10th grade on their starting lineup. So they're going to have to come back with some players next year if they expect to come back to this championship.
Young man up here, he's aggressive with the bat. He does not take that many walks. He's going to be a swinger.
And I look at a lot of these guys, Tim. They all have open stances, and you know, I'm cool with the open stands, especially from the right hand side, because it gets you to kind of look at the ball at a different perspective. You know what I mean? If you're closed up, but if you're opened up, it right out. You know, that's why a lot of major league players always got them on that outside corner. That's why a lot of major league players, if their kids are right-handed, they put them on the left side of the plate. If you look at Prince Fielder and those guys, they were right-handed, but their fathers put them on the left side of the plate because their right eye is dominant. That's the first eye they see the ball with. So,
Well, I'll say this. Again, another strikeout, another one on the outside corner.
yep,
He's been consistent calling it.
that's where you got to eat at.
Well, while we're talking about this game, we also
Had to come say hello.
Yes,
wanted to
sir.
bring a young man in here.
How you
Bob
doing?
DBS.
I
Oh,
remember.
let's bring him in
Good,
here
good.
right now.
Yep, yep.
Bobby D.
T,
in
how
the
are you?
house.
Good.
Oh, I don't want to interrupt the
No,
flow of
no,
the
no,
broadcast.
no. We're going to
here.
get you in
It's
and then
all
get
live.
you
You're
right
good.
back.
Okay.
And we're live, so we can't
Oh,
go to a break.
I
and
thought
say
we were on commercial. or
Yeah,
something.
no, we're not on. No.
Good to see you, gentlemen.
Well, first of all, joining us is Bob DiBiasio. And Bobby, I got to tell you, there's a fire going on with the Cleveland Guardians baseball team.
Oh my, our young guys are just getting it rolling.
Oh,
it's
my
so much
Lord.
to Hal Martinez, you know, the growth and development in that young man, and Travis Bazzana coming up, and now he's hitting up over 280, and Chase DeLauder, you know, like Bazzana, number one draft pick, who we fully expected to be good ball players. It takes every player a little bit different timing to find their way, to get their legs under them at the big league level. Not many are all-stars on the first day of the big leagues, and the strength, and it's really fun to watch this team in action.
I'll tell you what, the every time I watch them now, I'm just like, before I'd be on the edge of my seat and say 7, 8, and I will watch them.
Yeah.
But now,
Cade Smith is just, he's leading the major leagues in saves. Just remarkable that we could replace the unnamed player who was pretty shameful, who closed in the past. But for us to find a guy to fill in what I think is the most difficult role in all of sports, the closing role, and him to do it in such grand fashion. And our bullpen has just been
so we're looking at Alex Quinones. He's a senior. His favorite player?
play on Jose Ramirez Field.
Absolutely, Lincoln-West. That's
They're
what a
home.
dream. Oh, my Lord, what a dream.
Yeah, it's fun
that
for us.
man
We
not
now
only-
have 4 of those turf fields dotted around, and we're gonna football crowd in that world, but not quite ready to share that with you today, Tim. But
Understand.
you know, 4 field turf. These kids deserve. Mad at us when they're watching.
They're doing it out of the PA guy, but now coming up here, I'll catch it here, is back to the top of the order. That is a walk that he reached on. And the last time up, Juriel Murdoch made it out, so he's 0 for 1. But he also leads their team with a batting average of .485. He's only a junior. You know, the thing is, Bobby, when you talk about, we've talked about the relationship with the garden charities and what they've done in the community and CMSD, but really, I'm hoping you would, Paul Dolan, we thank him so much for investing into our kids, you know, and I also feel bad for you guys because you guys lost your announcer. It's been here for 40 years.
Well, I didn't want you my suit for you today. You know, I sadly just came from the funeral mass for Bob Tayak at John Carroll's campus. And beautiful soul, beautiful man. we're filled with sorrow for our loss, with gratitude, knowing that Bob's passion for what he did in this ballpark for decades brought joy to so many people. And he is definitely, obviously, going to be missed.
So they got 2 out, and it's number 13, Yadiel Holorando. He is the shortstop, hitting .471. Fly ball out. Again, Manuel Villarno. He is their league all-star.
I bet he wants that pitch back.
Oh my gosh! I know,
that kid's a good athlete. You could just see it in what he did on the defensive
you
side.
Marcus Morrison's been sitting here for 2 innings. You come in, and the first team that plays at Ramirez Fields all of a sudden puts a rally together.
Yeah.
Is there something going on here or what?
Maybe, but you have to give all the kudos to these young men and women who play spring baseball and softball in our town. It's not easy. We see it here at our ballpark, but it just shows the incredible passion they have for the game of baseball and softball, and it's really a rewarding and wonderful feeling. Big part of providing these kids an opportunity, turf fields, when other fields are rained out and they haven't quite fixed them for play, but those field turf facilities are ready for the kids whenever they want. That was a good breaking ball right there.
So now we got 2 down, and now it's going to be up to Geraldo Garz Pineda. He popped out to the shortstop his last time up.
Well, feeling good? Everything good?
Yeah, I'm going to physical therapy. I had a little problem with the right leg, but that's been gotten a whole lot better.
Good for you.
And I got to tell you, the girls played. Bobby, it had to be the coldest one I ever done in my life. I had double socks. I had long sleeve shirt. And of course, wouldn't you know it, they
Extra
played.
innings? Love it. Of course they did. Oh, good pitch. Oh, hang on to it. There we go. Get the guy out at third.
Well,
Pitcher's duel here going.
Absolutely. And, again, I see, and I'm just amazed at the amount of quality people you have working, from Curtis Danberg, Ralphie O'Connor, Penny Forster, Terrence Eccles, and the owner, Paul Dolan.
Yeah. We're very blessed to have an owner like Paul who creates such a wonderful culture within our organization. I've been doing this now 48 years, but there are a lot of Penny Forster and the group that are reaching the 30-year mark, the 20-year mark. You don't stay in the same place that long unless you're treated well, you have a passion for what you do, your opinion matters. One of the coolest things about our organization is it's all about collaboration and transparency. So we share everything with everybody, and everyone in our organization understands if you have an idea, share it. Not everybody's ideas are going to find and get through the finish line, but at least speak up, share thoughts. And I think that's one of the reasons people that we've built, and especially the group you're mentioning, Rams, and is now running all of our youth baseball initiatives. Next Thursday, we're going to do ribbon cutting at a new indoor training center on the campus of Tri-C West. It's unbelievable. First one. We've been wanting to do this for decades, but we're going to have an indoor training center. 12 batting cages, pitching tunnels, lift the nets You've got a
Awesome.
whole foot basketball court where you could do infield practice and sprints and things, and open to anybody who wants to be a part of the Guardians Youth Academy. It's going to be a fun day next week.
So let me ask you this. Why is it every year the bozo experts that pick these teams before they start, and they all, what are they looking at?
Yeah, it's like a lot of, I probably shouldn't say this, but sports talk radio, just give it its due, but don't believe that. Just for some reason don't want to give us the credit. The one stat I'll share with you, 13 years is a pretty long time in Major League Baseball.
Right.
So it gives you a sense of a trend, a real trend. 13 years.
Yeah.
In the last 13 years, only the Dodgers and Yankees have more wins than the Cleveland Guardians in all of baseball.
Wow.
People should check. In 27 more wins than us in the last 13 years. It's only 2 a year, and they've spent $1 billion more on players in those 13 years than we have. Our guys know what the heck they're doing.
So we're looking right now at Jose Trejo. He's their starting pitcher, league all-star, leading off. He also is he'll make him throw strikes to put the ball in play.
Yeah, you see in the stats here, 45 strikeouts in 27 innings. That's
Days, when things slow down, we got to get together for a lunch with everybody.
We'll
That
go
was
back to that.
the city diner, yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
I still haven't forgot that little trick you guys pulled on me. I was like, oh,
That
my
was so
Lord.
much fun. That was so much fun.
And one of the girls that's an all-star that was honored here today from Rhodes, she works there part-time.
Oh, really?
Oh, my God.
Oh, that's fun.
And I saw her play in the one game where it was freezing. I said, man, who's the catcher? And I went in this game here, she played at Cleveland State. Best catcher in the world.
Well, again, these young people deserve a whole lot of credit for their passion for the game of softball and baseball, and we try to foster that with all of our support of the municipal school district programs, in addition to our summer programs, to allow the boys and girls a chance to continue to play this beautiful sport that teaches a whole lot of wonderful life lessons. And I can't thank you guys enough for being here today. We love having you, and let's see if we can get a run across the board for one of these teams.
Well, I can tell you this. You're not
You
the
don't
only
want
one
you
praying
don't want
for
you
it.
don't want extra innings again.
No,
do you?
no.
Oh, that was a good inside fastball right there. Well, thanks again for being here, T.
Okay.
Always wonderful to see you, buddy.
Thank you. Javi DiBiasio, the Vice President of the Media Relations, I guess it is, for whatever the Cleveland Guardians. And we're going to get Marcus Morrison back in the house.
We bounced around Lee across the street.
So now batting is number 12, Daniel Witt. He's their third baseman.
It's gonna be gorgeous, actually. Yeah. Take care of this. No, try C West. It's gonna be out in Park. That was the only building existing building, because we worked an educational program connected to Tri-C to be a part of it. So it's not just. We'll have them there. Yeah.
I believe it's a 2-1 count.
Good to see you. Thank you for your work.
All right, Tim, I'm back.
Well, welcome back, Coach. And Bobby DiBiasio, you
Man,
know,
that's
they
awesome.
they talk about me being around for. He's been the icon over here for the Cleveland. First, it was Indians, Guardians, but he is the greatest public relations man I've ever met in my life. You know, as far as doing right, and always had a special heart. And you know, I'm gonna share this story with you, and he'll remember it. But the first time the Guardians were putting a turf field in, it was over at the league park,
Right.
and our commissioner at the Cox, and he said he literally had to convince Cox that a turf field is the best thing going for you.
Right.
And how I found out is he came back from a meeting that they had, and he said, Tim, if we got a turf field, is that a good thing for us? I said, oh, Commissioner, by far. He said, well, Bobby DiBiase told me to ask you, and you would tell me. And Bobby confirmed it. He said, you know, and again, at that time, I guess turf fields were just starting to.
They were a little bit expensive, so a lot of times, you know, when if you're Commissioner Cox and you saw the budget and you're like, wait a minute, you know, then you probably have a second opinion on that. But yeah, definitely the way to go in this day and age, especially where we live at, Tim. You know,
Right.
our weather. You know how many rainouts we used to have back in the day, and puddles all on the field and things like that. So we have to come into the age of whatever to play these games. You know, remember Lakewood used to have turf, but they only had turf on the infield. Able to play a lot of games because their outfield used to drain pretty good. But to just have all these fields and for them to be things like that, this is going to be a game changer. I've been saying this for years. You remember I
Right.
used to take kids to the indoor facility. I was like, why aren't we doing this? It's a game changer. And I was fortunate enough to have a place to go indoor back in 1993, 94, you know, but a lot of kids in the inner city weren't able to have that. And now that the Guardians are putting this together, it's going to be a game changer, you know. It you know, for kids to go to a lot of indoor facilities. But now, you know, you have this where it's going to be little to no money for these kids, and they're going to be able to train all year round. That's a game changer. You have Dante Lindsay, one of the RBI, over RBI kids. He has the DNS Elite Performance indoor facility that he opened up. That's a game changer for people, you know. And for Dante to come back to Cleveland, because he could have went anywhere after he got out of Bethune-Cookman, which Bethune-Cookman is doing great right now in
Right.
baseball, if you didn't see. But he could have went anywhere, but he came back to give back to the city of Cleveland. And
Now, he was a product. Didn't he play at John F. Kennedy at the time,
John
Coach?
F. Kennedy, RBI, you know, Luke Easter.
The only thing I can't figure out is every time I see him, he's stirring a reel, but boy, could he.
Man,
Yeah, I'm telling
eat
you.
up all your food and be strong. Went after that bunt.
I remember seeing him throw for the first time. I said, oh my God,
Yeah,
nobody's going to touch this kid.
coming from that left side, it was unbelievable.
And I think it's so good to see those.
I think he just took that one. So that was
So Benitez, who's their spark, now is on base, along with Daniel Witt and Logan Shamaji, the catcher and league all-star. Now he struck out his first time looking.
and that's going to be a nice little bruise on Benitez because it didn't look like he even moved out the way on that time. He just kind of turned in and took it. You gotta
Right.
get on base.
Pop this one, and it's
That's
going to
gonna be
go
out of
back
play.
into the stands. I thought I saw the guys from TV 20 reach out with the net. They didn't get it, though. I wonder if Alex is slipping now. What is that? He didn't catch that, Alex? Maybe we got to get him a fishing net over there. What do you think, Coach?
Yeah, he's got to be a huge one.
Yeah.
So you got runners on first and second with 1 out, 1 strike. This is going to be a tough inning right here. That's that outside corner.
You know, we should be thanking TV20, their director, Janelle Bass Hawthorne, Mayor Bibb, who's a big part, you know, now that they're under the schools. They have reached out to make sure our kids don't get shortchanged. And I'll tell you what, they got a tough job. There's a lot of stuff going on, but truthfully, it's been a blessing.
Yeah, Tim, with the upgrades and everything, this has been awesome. You know, I love coming here and helping you guys out. And struck out on that one, pulled his head way out after I saw the replay. Got to keep your head on the ball. That was a good pitch by the pitcher. So now he's helped himself up. I mean, you still got out, so you're giving your team a chance.
You got David Gardner, the first baseman, number 4. He struck out his first time up. There's that outside corner.
Yeah, and he's calling a little bit further out now.
Yeah, it seems, I'm looking at it, I don't know. But yeah.
Sometimes the way he's set up inside. So if your eyes are coming out there, it might look like a strike to you. But again, you know, that's where he likes to call it, and you have to adjust to that.
Yeah.
And it's not like he just started calling that. He was calling it at the you know, first batter of the game. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Man on first and second. You don't want to go 3-1, you know, with these guys. You don't want to go 3-1. The reason I say that because some of these guys can just close their eyes and get a good hit on 3-1 because you got to come down the middle. And there he goes.
Bottom of 3. No score. 80-degree temperature. Lincoln-West, you couldn't picture.
So right here, the pitcher needs to reset. And where would I go, Tim? Outside corner. He's been calling it all day. Stay there. And he went in and hit him.
So now you got a hit by pitch. That has to hurt them.
Yeah.
So now you have 2 guys that are on base by hit by pitch. You got 2 out. Now, unless I keep missing these guys, but the last guy was for Rhodes. Oh, yeah, I'm a hitter off. This is David Gardner now.
Correct, because it was number 2.
Yeah, I forgot to put in. Yeah, I see
That's
what
on
I
second
did.
base.
I see what I did. Doggone it.
So if I'm a coach in this situation, I'm discussing, hey guys, it's 2 outs. We just need to get the out and get out this inning. But for my pitcher, you know, you got to throw strikes. Stay on that outside corner. I make sure my catcher is setting up on that outside corner. He's been calling it all day. He's been giving you about 2 or 3 inches off the plate. You know, so if he's doing that, utilize it. Don't throw the ball right down the middle. You know, it won't make sense. And your catcher has to be anything. Because if there's a backstop like this, a guy getting a good lead, he can score from second base.
So 2 down. Key point of the ball game. It's first time we got the bases loaded.
Good pitch. And that's where he was at that outside corner.
RBI hitter for them. He's drove in the most runs.
David Garner, right? 500 hitter. So it's a dangerous position he's in. He can break this game wide open right here, one swing. There it is, that outside corner. Hey, Tim, you got to live there. He's giving it to you.
Yep.
That's a pitcher's dream in a championship game.
Yep.
You know?
And until somebody decides they want to take the ball the other way, it could be.
And he's got an open stand, so it's going to be,
Yeah.
he can do it. And that's what you don't want. You don't want that bloop to right field. You know, something that's just going to bloop in there. Right there.
Yeah, they're going to go through some baseballs. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah. So there was this question they always had for major leagues. How many balls do they have ready for each game?
Wow. It's a great question. I don't know, you folks at home, you tell us. How many do they have prepared for all those balls that go up in the stands and never come back? And they play the 9-inning game. He tried to lean into that one. He was trying to pick up an HBP.
Yeah. And hey, you got to do what you got to do in this championship game. Let the umps call the balls and strikes and call the game, but you be a player and do what you got to do. He has to stay on this outside corner, and I would have my catcher move all the way over. There he is. He's inching over. There it is.
He went chasing for that high fastball.
High fastball.
Wow.
And that's a great pitch, Tim, when you're in high school because, you know, even in the major leagues, that ball looks like it gets your eyeballs thinking that ball's a beach ball, but if your hands are down here, you'll never hit it. If your hands are down, you'll never hit that high fastball. So a lot of players like to keep their hands up because they can at least foul that pitch off.
So, Coach, I know you're familiar with the summer RBI program. You were a part of that. Please explain to our viewers a little bit what RBI is all about.
RBI, Reviving Baseball in the Inner City. It is about, you know, kids coming out, having fun for the most part, but learning the basic fundamentals of the game and how they have some great coaches, great instructors, teaching you the game of softball and baseball. And if you're lucky enough, you get on one of the teams, you try out and make one of the teams, well, then you go play in your region. And when you go play in that region, if you win that region, then you go to the championship. And the championship play could be in different states. They have, I remember going to Florida one year. I remember going to California, to Minnesota, some years. So they're all over the place, you know. And it's such a great program because it costs you no money. You know, baseball is an expensive sport. I was looking up, I needed somebody to teach my daughter how to pitch. And I looked at some of these places and they wanted $90 an hour. Oh, she's only 9.
Yeah.
You know, and I have no idea how to pitch softball. You know, baseball, yeah, but softball. So when you have programs like this, kids in the inner city, that dream that they want to pursue, that gives them that opportunity, you know. Just like we talked about the indoor facility that they're going to have. That's going to be a game changer for the kids in Cleveland, you know, especially the kids and their parents just don't have the money. I mean, look how much gas is right now. And who has money to shell out $90 an hour? Or, you know, not many people do. And if you do, you're blessed. You know what I'm saying? And this program, RBI, is a blessing for kids that want to still continue to play and really don't have the means, or their parents don't have the means to pay.
And I'm familiar with, if you asked anybody that was following RBI, that invests in RBI, like the Cleveland Guardian Charities, they're saying it's a success when we see that person become a better life skill. Some community projects, volunteering, helping in the community.
Yep. Most of the kids I know that have played RBI, Some of them are police officers, some of them are teachers, some of them are coaches, some of them are business owners, some of them are working back with the Guardians, just giving back. And it's again, that's the most. There's going to be a time you won't be able to play this game. Who are you going to be then? What type of person are you going to be in? And this program.
So leading off here is number 5, Eric Arroyo. And he went down. He's pumping the strikes on both pitchers. Got a little astray there, their pitcher, but he came back. So now we're going to go to Ray Gonzalez, another league all-star. Plays left field, number 2.
I'm looking at Ray Gonzalez standing at the plate. To me, he's a little too close to the plate. His hands are right over the plate. So if I'm a pitcher, I'm coming inside, which he just did right there. It's going to be hard for him to get, to clean that part of the plate up unless you just have some quick hands. But you want to give yourself a little room. Those pitches look like
So
they're
I think
up.
it's 2-1 right now.
Yep, 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Yeah, I mean, it's hard for where we're at
To
see
see
where those
how
pitches
close
are.
and yeah.
Correct. I mean,
Might have been low.
yeah.
So 3-1 count. And there's ball 4. So Lincoln-West gets Gonzalez on with 1 down. And now it's going to be up to number 16, Caden Negron, their first baseman.
And in this game, it seems like the momentum is going back and forth. These guys are getting on base. I like the outside corner, but
Yeah. So, looking at Gonzalez, again, you're talking about a guy, he's got average speed. He's not extremely fast, but I wouldn't be a bit surprised with 1 out. They could be running here at any time.
he's definitely, if he's going to go, he's got to get a good lead. And he's got 2 strikes. I mean, if you're going to go, here's your pitch to go right here. Get you a good lead and just take off. There he goes. He swings and misses.
Oh, they called him out.
Yeah, I would have to replay that to see if he
mean,
got that tag in, but
Yeah, we can't get you
it was
to
a-
replay here. Tell
Here
you
it
what,
is.
you
Here it
look
is.
at it here. We're looking at the Tron.
yeah, it looks like he got him.
Yeah, he did. He
Good-
did. The feet
good
were
play.
still up.
And that was
So it ends up being a double play. Negron strikes out. Gonzalez is thrown out at second for the 3rd out.
And that's my buddy Marlon Henson out there, man. I told Marlon I was going to be all on him.
That's good.
We've been knowing each other for years, but I'll tell you what, Marlon, when you see this again, that was a great call.
Yes, it was.
I told you I was going to give you your credit.
So now we're going to be going to the bottom of the 4th. And, of course, we talked about the girls and the boys and the contribution. The one thing that really we always sometimes overlook is the parental support of them, because let's face it, meals are changed, this has changed, got to go here, got to go there.
Right.
It's tough on a parent.
It definitely is, Tim. I mean, I'm seeing that firsthand myself. I used to work 2 jobs, and now I'm blessed enough to be able to just, run after my daughter. And every day she has somewhere to go because when they're that young, idle time is the devil's. Tablets and everything. So I try to keep her in something. So today, because she really would have a softball game, but it's probably going to rain.
Right.
So she still has dance, though. So, every day is something between tutoring, dance, and all these things. So to have parents to be able to come to see their kids play and take them everywhere, it's a second job in itself. It's a second job in itself. So I give it up to all these parents. A lot of them that I know I used to train and things like that, and you know, I'm friends with them on Facebook, and they're at their games, and it's just parents don't get to come. They have to work. They have to go. You know, like I said again, you got these gas prices out of control. Prices out of control, and a lot of these things are necessities. So, you know, I give it up to those parents that can come see their kids play, and it's something they'll remember forever, especially their kids. You know.
So we're looking at Jesus Cardenas, the left fielder. He grounded out to short his first time up. So Coach, let me ask you this: the planning of all this. I don't know if I can ask the wife or I should ask you. Who does the saying, okay, you're going to this one, I'm going to this one, we're taking care of this?
You know, one that's she does the planning part, but I'm usually the one doing the muscle part. So I'm going and I'm actually taking her, but most of the time she's there also. You know, usually all the time she's there. My wife, you know, she golfs. She loves to golf, so you know, I try to give her that time to go golf, get that stress off. You know what I mean? I get to go fish here and there, but luckily we're both teachers, so now we get the summers off and we're able to spend time and you know during the day, things like that. But it's been a blessing. So it looks like we have a pitching change here.
Yeah, I'm trying to see who they're bringing in here. He came up, it looked like number,
I think it was
I
the
can't get
third
his number.
baseman.
We'll get his number pretty soon here. Sooner or later he's got to turn our way. So this is at third base for Lincoln-West. So it wasn't him, I don't think, unless they bring it in. Let me see if I have a thing here on what they were predicting. I'm thinking this guy started. I'm thinking it might be Wolfie Adamus, the catcher, might be coming up to pitch. That might be why we're having a delay. He's changed
Oh, see,
because he was listed as the next guy that would probably come in to pitch. Now he's 3-0 in the league, and the coach told me he'll be our first relief pitcher we bring in. So they'll change the catcher spot. So now
So it looks
walking,
like-
there's Wolfie, number 8. He's going to
Right.
come in to pitch. I can't get the number of the catcher. It looks like 7.
yeah, Daryl Murdoch.
Yeah, so Murdoch goes behind the plate. But yeah, you have to give your hat off to Raldo Panetta. He gave him everything he had,
Yeah, he did.
and the coach saw that he was starting to wear down, so that's why he made this change.
Yeah, I mean, you had four innings of no scored runs. He was hitting that outside corner, keeping those guys off balance. And, you know, sometimes you just... But, again, smart move by the coach to know his pitchers and when he's running out of gas, because this is the last game. This is the championship game. And I know a lot of these seniors, you know, want to win this game for those memories, both sides. As a coach, you have to make sure that you are watching your guys and knowing if there's something or there's an issue or anything that needs to be corrected, because there's no do-overs. You know, this is it.
So number 7. Murdoch goes to catcher. And Garza Pineda went to center field. And playing second base is Eric Arroyo. That's still the same. So they made all their changes. And I think we got it right. So now the situation with the game, go back and revisit this. We got nobody on, nobody out. And I think he only threw one pitch, and that was a ball if I remember right. So Jesus Cardenas will still be up at the plate. So, be a good answer on some of the positions that they changed around to see how it will impact them. But they've been playing great up to this point.
Yeah, it's been a great game so far. So what we got coming up? We have number 13.
Yeah, Jesus Cardenas.
Okay. I saw the outfield got a little deeper, so, he must be one of their deep hitters.
So he hit a ground and he usually not aggressive. So he went out.
Pitcher was catching, so he had to get rid of some equipment real quick from catching.
Mm-mm.
And I can see how that could be a problem sometimes.
Well, I'll tell you, we'll get back to it. But I want to talk also about the role of the parent.
Mm-hmm.
At baseball games.
Right.
It seems like sometimes we used to have that phrase, parents are parents, coaches are coaches, umpires are umpires. You don't do two at the same time, then you're going to be okay.
Right.
And sometimes the parents will get behind and start telling the kid just the opposite of what you're trying to teach them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and for me, Tim, that's why I don't coach my daughter. Because I just want to be her dad, and I just want to be a parent and sit back. And some people get it, some people don't. But I've been a coach for a long time, and sometimes it's most of the time it doesn't work. Even if you talk to some of these big league players, they'll tell you, and they walk them. They'll tell you, they have other guys that will pour into their kid, and that way they can just sit back and be dad.
Yeah.
It's a tough job, and and you see it all the time. These little clips you see parents running out on the field, or
So we're looking at Manuel. He also grounded short his last time up, and there. Oh!
Threw it away. That's going to be a game changer. Got to get the ball in.
That's called small ball, right, Coach?
Correct. I love small ball, and I love that I see it coming back in the MLB. I love that I see it coming back.
I think when you start talking about small ball and the bunt, like Quan,
Mm-hmm.
These guys are playing way in, so now anything he hits to the left side, they can't catch it. They can't catch that. But
I think it was, I just can't remember his last on the major league team from Florida.
There's a foul ball.
fastest man in baseball right now.
The coach had the batter taking a pitch, which he didn't see. He had the other guy running, so he's trying to tell him, listen, you got to let us get him over. You know, but again, it's trying to get them all in concert together on everything they're doing. So will he send him again? I think he's going to send him again.
Oh, definitely. And I would step off just to see what the batter's going to do. That was almost a balk. He was leaning. So I'm referring to Chandler Simpson that plays for the Tampa Bay Rays. I mean, this guy's playing small ball. He's hitting the ball up the middle, but he is so fast. And the Tampa Bay Rays have been using the small ball, I mean, to the T this past year. And they've been unstoppable with it.
So it's a 1-1 count.
Oh.
And he hit him.
All right, so you got no outs. So you have to pull your infield in here to cut that run off.
And now you're going to have the designated hitter, or no, Jose Trejo, the pitcher. You know, he's a league all-star, but he's also thrown a lot of walks. So let's see what they do here. Infield in.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
No,
here we
don't
go.
mess around. Shouldn't have done that.
They stole the run.
Yep.
Oh, my.
Yep.
Coach, what was the mistake they made there?
Throwing the ball. You know, he could have had the out. First of all, you want to run that runner back. If you don't see him, you got to get that ball home. You got to get the ball home.
How many times do you see somebody throw behind a runner? You know what I mean? Like you said, if you run at him, fine, but you can't really do that because you got the bases loaded.
Yeah, so
just hold on to it.
As soon as he caught that ball and saw he couldn't tag him, he needed to be looking at home.
Yep. So that's the first run of the ball game for Rhodes.
Yeah, and so what'll make it even worse, Tim, is that you'll get 3 outs here, and that one run will be your only run because of that.
And the thing is, neither one of these teams has got a hit yet.
Ooh, that pitch must have been high. So he's got to bear down and just throw strikes. Make them beat you at this point. You know, he's got 2-2, no outs. He called it. And that's going to be strike 3.
So we got a strikeout here, which gives them the 1 out. And now
Nate LaQuay, the DH. Nate LaQuay batting .261. And these guys have to remember, all you have is second and third right now. So you want to look that runner back.
So Nate LaQuay is a senior, 261. I'll tell you, he's one of their top guys as far as drawing a walk, so I don't think you're going to see him swinging pitches outside the strike zone. Of course, I probably just jinxed him, Coach.
Just being truthful. That's where he's got to live at, on that outside corner. These guys have been very good at putting the ball there, but you got to be more consistent by staying there.
2 on, 1 out. They're going to throw over, and they said he's safe. They almost caught him napping. Oh, wow.
I just think his catcher has to move out a little more if he's going to throw that outside pitch.
Yeah, he's sitting inside. He's not helping his hitter at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There it is. Been unhittable. He took a good cut at that pitch, but his head was looking down third baseline, so he never really saw the ball. Got to keep your head in there, stay on the ball. Championship game, put the barrel of the bat on the ball. You'll be fine. You got 2 runs right there. Looks like that was up.
So 2-2.
1 out, second and third.
Second and third. This would be a big out right here.
Nate LaCoy could be a hero right here.
Mm-hmm.
Got himself the 3-2 throwing.
Full count.
He's throwing curveballs when he doesn't have to. You've got him with 2 fastballs. Stick with your fastball. Spot it. Now you got to come down the middle. He fouled it off. He's ready for it. If you spot that fast, I know the people at home are going to get tired of talking about this outside corner.
I mean, but it's consistent. You know, at least most of them have been there, and he's been pretty consistent. So that's what you ask as a coach.
Yeah, you put him on.
Oh,
So now you're back to the same scenario. 1 out, bases loaded. You got to bring that infield in.
so now you got the bases loaded. Daniel Witt, the third baseman, now batting. He's a senior. No, they're struggling getting it over now. Just got to relax.
That's number 12. Yeah, Daniel Witt.
No place to put him. Seems like he's throwing up and in a lot, Coach.
Yeah.
Not following through. Stepping, so he can't even throw the ball to the outside corner sometimes. He's not consistent. You look at the lead foot here when it lands.
Mm-hmm.
He's stuck where he's throwing across his body because he's not there.
And these Rhodes Rams are taking pitches like they're throwing up cotton or something.
Yeah.
No, these balls up there, they're turning the right way, you know, and taking it off the right part of the body. But again, that's a tough thing to do. And these guys are doing it.
So that hit by pitch cost him another run. It's 2-0 now, Rhodes. Still bases loaded, and now you're back to the top of the order, where it's Roberto Benitez. He's only MVP of the league. He's had 19 hits for this team. He's hitting .576.
And it's just an inning that they could just bust wide open.
So it looks like they're trying to get the coach. He's coming out. Okay, he needed some water. That's what he went out for. It is a scorcher out there, Coach.
Yeah, it definitely is.
I looked the last time I looked, it went up to about 83. I mean, it's amazing that the Cleveland weather is so one-sided. Oh, wow. Just checked now, Coach. 87 degrees, and it feels like 92.
Oh, man.
Now, this is where the umpires have to make sure that these players get that water break, even if they got to stop the game to make sure they're getting water.
Yeah, considering he just had on all that equipment and stuff as a catcher, so.
And I'm sure the president of the umpires came down and told them that, hey, with the heat out here, we have to make sure that they get that water break. So, bases loaded. 1 out. Rhodes is at the top of their order.
It's another run. And it's 3-0. You still have no hits. 1 ball, no strikes, and 1 out. Runners on second and third. Also, Tim, I've been watching a lot of these pitchers. They're on the rubber, but they're just right in the middle. So there's no consistency like on one end or the other end.
Right.
It's just kind of like right in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And again, what you said with how he's throwing across his body,
Mm-hmm.
that will he's definitely throwing across his body. He's not getting down and driving down, but that's a part of that too. And those are the things again that these kids will have the opportunity to correct in the wintertime. So when they come back in the summertime, all that stuff is out of them. They had reps, and they're ready to go. They're going to be so much better ball players with that facility coming up.
So they moved their infield back. It's a 2-1 count.
That's going to be out of play.
So 2-2. But I'll tell you what, if they
need to bring that right fielder in some. He's too deep out there.
I think center field too. I mean, the guy hasn't done anything with the home runs. He's done a lot with hitting. So now you're at full 3-2 count. Runners on second and third. 1 out.
Line drive. Got him doubled up.
Line drive, double
what do you tell your kids? Hey, watch the line drives. As a coach, You have to make sure your kids know that, man. They're young. They see the ball come off that bat, and they're ready to go. You have to watch the line drives. So I mean, they got 3 runs out of that, which is, I mean, it's doable. Lincoln-West still has a chance to come back.
Well, the thing is here, yeah, Lincoln-West, that was a big thing that helped them out right there.
Correct.
So they were able to catch the line drive and double them off.
Mm-hmm.
But the other big thing that plays a big role here now is Rhodes is coming back out here. And Trejo's been keeping him in the ball game in check where they haven't even been able to get a hit. So
And he still looks strong too. So, I mean, we're coming into the 5th.
we're in the top of 5.
Mm-hmm.
And they're leading off with their center. Well, Angle Cruz is the one that's going to be leading off. Now, they need to get some people on to make it happen.
Correct. You definitely need base runners.
So, talking about the parent and the parent role
Mm-hmm.
at the game. Oh, how many times do we see parents that really mean well, but they want to start coaching and telling their kid the opposite?
Yeah.
If you're a coach and you see all this going on, how do you handle that?
I mean, I think coaches need to address that at the beginning of the year. You know, at the beginning of the year, hey, parents, you know, I've been doing this a long time. You know, you put your kid in my care. Let me, you know, coach the game. I don't need to hear parents in the back talking about get your back elbow up and all that kind of stuff. Let the kids play. They don't need to hear 2 people, you know, the parent and the coach, and because now they're confused. You know, I always should listen to my parents. You definitely should always listen to your parents, but, you know, your parent probably never played baseball either. So, you know, I try to, you know, like I said, at my daughter's games, it's hard for me, but I try to make sure I stay quiet and let her play, you know, and cheer for her. Let's go, you know. That's what your kid wants to hear. Let's go. Great job, you know, not the technical baseball stuff. Let the coach do that. So, yeah, coaches, they really have to do that at the beginning of the year and get that, you know, knocked out. He got hit by pitch right here, and he's showing bunt and ball in the dirt. So right now, Tim, if I'm watching the pitcher, he's walked the guy, hit, he's throwing the ball in the dirt. I'm getting somebody up to start throwing. It's the 5th inning. You know, you don't want this to get out of control here. And those are little signs that it can get out of control.
Well, I can tell you this, Coach. All the games we've done, I think we're setting the record for the most guys getting hit by a pitch
Yeah,
in a
it's
game.
a lot. Yeah.
I don't know if they're just on top of the plate or if it's...
Yeah, I've seen a couple guys right on top of the plate. I think that when he just hit the first guy, I think it just came out of his hand wrong.
So this is Alex Quinones. Runner goes. Here's the throw.
Good throw. He's in there.
He's in there.
Yeah, Ligon Samaji.
So I don't know what they're calling now.
I mean, he's had a good arm behind the plate.
He's ruling him out for catcher's interference on the catcher.
Or
So
on the
now
batter.
it's a double play.
Interference on the batter.
Yeah, on the
Okay.
batter.
Wow.
So when the catcher went to throw, that batter was swinging and went right into the thing. So now there'll be a discussion on what happened. What's the call here? So not only do you have the strikeout, you also have the interference on the batter, and that's why they're calling that other person out.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was a momentum breaker right there.
Oh, boy. So, I'll tell you what, this is going to go down as one of the better ones when it comes to all the different things that could happen. Now they try to bunt, see if they can catch them sleeping.
They're woke now.
Oh, yeah. They better be now. So, now you have the top of the order, Murdoch getting up.
And that's going to be right to him. And he missed it.
Got it by him.
So that would have been a couple runs right there.
We'll go to second and stop right there. A two-base hit by Dario Murdoch. That tells you why he's batting .485 in the batting average. Wow.
And he went back on that ball a little bit wrong. Should have turned his body a little bit so he could have had that angle. It's things you have to work on a lot in the outfield. That's going to be a blooper.
Here's another hit.
So are you going to challenge his arm? No.
No. So a base hit now by Yadiel Alejandro. Coach, if that guy didn't get called out on that interference, you realize what we would have had?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yep, those little mistakes.
So now it's going to be up to David Garner. No, number 8. Wait a minute. Number 8 is... I'm going to make sure I get it. Walfie Adamus, the catcher.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was. Now he's pitching. He's hitting .440 on the year.
Can help himself out right here. So I remember at some point they stopped the fake the third or stopped throwing the third. Is that still in high school? Obviously, I guess
Yeah,
it is.
it is.
But in the major leagues, that's definitely out the picture.
So you had 2 outs, and you got your the number 3 batter up. So you don't want to run here. You want to put it in his hands, and that's outside.
At 2-0.
2-0.
It's a hitter's count. 2 outs. Help yourself out here. I don't know if he wants to run on this catcher. He's been throwing down there pretty good.
There's the foul ball. So now 2-1 count. First and third. We're in the top of 5.
There it is.
Base hit. Base hit, run scores. Lincoln-West is on the line.
Great 2-out hitting right
Take
there.
a look at it right here, Coach.
Great 2-out hitting right there. Way to help yourself out.
I'll tell you what. And he could have easily thrown the ball, but he didn't. He held on to it, the left fielder, so that was
Correct.
smart.
Yes, it was. Just get the ball into your cutoff. Stop the bleeding.
So now coming up, if I have this right, it'll be number 9, Geraldo Garza-Pineda. Now, he's led the team in home runs. This guy's got some power. Well, I'll say
we'll
this,
see.
Coach. The first 3 innings, we zipped right through those. But
Mhm.
boy, we hit 4 and 5. It's been a tough day. But then again, look at the temperature they're playing at, the heat.
Yeah. Let's see how the outfielders adjust. It looks like the left fielder's moving back, so they already know he's got a little power. Remember some years ago we had some guys put one out of here before too. I think it was Matt Mazer. Good swing. 0-1. First and second, 2 outs. Trying to put on a little rally here. One and 1, 2 outs. And these guys are all really close to that plate. Oh, now looked like he backed off just a little bit there. But let's put the ball in play. And he struck him out.
So that ends the top of the 5th. So now we're going to go to the bottom of 5. So I know you're looking at different things you're just looking on the scoreboard now about these different fundamentals they can teach,
Mm-hmm.
and the skills. The Guardians offer those baseball clinics, don't they?
Yeah, yep, that's them. That's actually Dan Cohen, one of my old players that played for me in the RBI. He runs the clinics now, and like I said, they got some great people on staff that know what they're doing, and this is going to be a game changer for a lot of these kids to be able to practice baseball all year round and have great instructors. It's just going to be.
So, kids, that's who you're looking at. Cade Smith, one of the top relievers in the game right now. He's definitely been a big stopper for the Cleveland Guardians.
Mm-hmm. Guardian youth summer camps. Go sign up.
So we have a score of 3-1. We're going into the bottom of 5. And leading off will be Logan Samaji. Then it'll be followed by David Gardner and Jesus Cardenas. I'm surprised. Well, I'm sure they're probably giving them a lot of fluids as soon as they come off.
Yeah, I hope so. Probably
Yeah.
need Gatorade and everything they can get. Again, Tim, hopefully these guys are having fun out here. I know that the heat is probably getting to them, but they're playing the game, and we haven't seen many errors. We have one error apiece for each team. That's not bad. We know these young guys are going to make mistakes, but they are playing with some confidence and with some passion. That's all you can ask for as a coach,
Yep. Absolutely.
All right, got 1 ball, no strikes, no outs. The catcher up the bat. And that's Logan Samaji with a 1-1 count.
Well, just send me one of the other 2 players.
And he pops it up to the center field. He's under it, and he's got it.
Thank you.
So we got one out. The catcher, Logan Samaji, flew out center field. He's a senior. Hopefully that wasn't his last at bat, but he's been doing a great job behind the plate. Now we've got number 4, David Garner, up the bat. David's batting .500. There's the pitch. It's outside.
You know, the amazing thing is the control is what's hurt the Lincoln-West pitchers, because if you look at Rhodes right now, they haven't even got a hit yet, and they got 3 runs on the board, and that's what's holding up right now.
Mm-hmm.
Between walks and hit batters and errors.
Yeah, you know, and there's another hit batter, as you say, as you say that. But you remember the PFP. People don't know what that is. It's pitcher field position. The pitcher came over to the line and tried to throw that ball to first base, and you know, made an error throwing it to the outfield. That is one thing that I drilled when I was a coach. PFP. You have to be able to field your position as a pitcher, and those things happen at the most opportune times. And throw down, and that was one of those times, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Championship game, ball dribbles down, you pick it up, but, you know, are you stepping and throwing? Are you jumping and throwing? How are you delivering the ball to first base? So all those scenarios have to be practiced out with your pitchers, and that's something they have to do, should be practicing on every day.
Now the batter, Jose Cardenas,
He rips
hits
one out.
deep, way back. He
He
caught
missed
the
catch.
ball!
Yep.
Wow.
And I don't think he tagged up.
I don't know if he did.
I would check that. I wasn't paying attention to him, but he got over to third really quick. Here it is right here. No, he just took off. I think he just took off. They need to check that. I would check it anyway. Step off.
I don't know if they're going to take a chance throwing it away.
It's too late now. Good curveball.
So now it's Manny Villarano, and he has reached on a base.
And I'm looking at the umpire Marlon Hitson pointing to the bag. I don't think he tagged up. That's one question I'm going to definitely ask him after the game, though.
Well, I'm sure it was close. It was close.
And that's 3. Good pitch.
So we are headed to the top of 6. You look here, the big swing and a miss. That's Manny Villarno. And I hope I'm not butchering it too bad, Manny. I know it's Villaran or something like that, but we're doing the best we can.
Exactly.
And here you're looking at, they're giving us some pictures on the board about the RBI teams that played past. And again, if you're interested, you're looking at this. Again, it's boys and girls. You can register today. There's a link right there on the Cleveland Guardians thing, and it's called for RBI Baseball. And you can send that thing to them that you would like to get involved. It's totally free. Totally free. And again, you see our girls. And again, they'll go to a regional. And the World Series is down in Florida in the Disney complex now. So, got some great people working with them, coaching them. and none of them are parents, so that helps save that excuse.
Pizza, you guys need a snack?
Curtis Stanberg just stopped in to say hello to us. Made me smile right away. So, again, folks, keep in mind that that program is available to you. And if you're interested in getting involved, now that means school season's over, I want to go play for this program, you can sign up right through them. Get right on the link, they'll get you hooked up. Again, I think we got to ask Curtis this. Well, when you see him, ask him, is this the hottest it's ever been that we done this game? He might remember that.
Maybe he took off.
Oh, he took off already. All right.
But he did leave some pizza.
That's awesome. Okay, leading off, top of the sixth inning. Number 5, Eric Arroyo, second baseman. He's flown out to right field and he's struck out.
Pops
This
him up
one's
on the infield.
Pitcher's calling for it.
And he's got it. I think your third baseman has to be more aggressive on that one. Should be his ball, but I get it. As a pitcher, you want to get your own outs.
And you know what? It was up. It happened so fast. The only one that came close to it was the shortest. The third baseman never moved.
He was watching the pitcher.
So now batting is Ray Gonzalez, the left fielder. He has walked and he has struck out.
Pitch was inside. He was able to get enough to foul it off.
Coach, they seem like they're settling down a little bit. Some of the nervousness.
Mm-hmm.
They're just playing the game.
Yes, thank you. Appreciate y'all. Got more, Tim.
Well, they're taking care of us.
Oh, yeah.
There goes my diet right out the drain. Whatever one you want, I'll take the other one. It don't matter. These guys are so amazing.
Yeah. So we got 2-2, 1 out, no one on. Pitch was a little high. Oh, hit him.
Not again. Let's see. Let me count these up here. We've been talking about this.
It's been at least 6. I'm gonna say 6.
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8. Whoa, that was 2 off. Whoa, that is a lot. And again, there's that PFP. And if the runner on second was paying attention, he could have kept going to third.
Coach, look at this now. Here's the guy fielding the ball. You see the third baseman?
Yeah.
Now, he's definitely beat it out.
But did you see?
He could have went all the way over to third because nobody was covering up, Coach.
Something just happened. They called him out again.
What? What did they call him out for?
I have no idea.
I didn't see what he's calling. unless the catcher ran into the hitter when he was going. Well, that wouldn't have a bearing.
No, I don't know what
The third base.
you're doing with that.
Didn't you tell me you knew this guy? The umpire?
I know a lot of people, but I don't know what happened there. So I did the ball. The only scenario I could think of was the ball hit the runner as he was outside the box, and then bunt again, but it's foul.
And he's got 2 outs, so he's got to be bunting for a hit.
Definitely.
Coach is probably feeling, hey, we aren't hitting. Let's just see if we can bunt, create some plays.
Yeah, I mean, you have nothing
There
to
he
lose
goes.
here,
Here's the throw.
and he's out. That play was weird. Never seen anything like that.
I'm a little bit baffled, but so they had a person pop out. They had one got hit by a pitch, then he had another one with interference, I guess.
It had to
Guy
be some type
thrown
of
out stolen,
interference.
yeah.
Wish they could tell us, but
Again, you're looking at the screen where they're showing that some of those projects that those players do. Those are the players with the RBI. And these are things that they do, not only in RBI, but the Cleveland Guardians do to help the community. A program that's called Swing for the Trees by Davey. I tell you, it's one of the best kept secrets. Is Cleveland Guardian Charities and what they do.
they just go out there and get at it, which is awesome.
Coach, I immediately went on, I think it was about 2 weeks ago, sent them a check because I felt that they're doing such a phenomenal job. They kind of remind me of Cleveland Metro Parks. You can see when they do anything, you see it immediately in the parks how much
Yep.
better they are.
Tim, there was so many people at the park the other day that they had to close the Metro Park down at 55th and 72nd.
Wow.
This is the first time, the weather's been nice. And they also had to close the Asian Festival. There was too many people.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of that before in Cleveland?
No.
I mean, people just want to get out and have a good time. And I don't think it was anything violent or anything. It was just overcrowding.
Now, Coach, again, this just happened to me. I'm sitting at home yesterday and I'm thinking, damn, I'm hearing fireworks. This ain't July 4th. This ain't even close to Memorial Day yet. Come on.
Yeah, I heard some too by my house.
So Jason Castillo is now the hitter. He's grounded out, reached on an air, and struck out.
Two zero. The ball was outside low.
So Castillo,
Hit his bat. I was just going to say that the pitch before that, he threw, the first pitch he threw and he had to duck and he didn't get his bat down. I was going to say he didn't get his bat down, he just hit his bat, so it was a foul ball. Fouled it off again. 2-2 count. No outs. We're in the bottom of the sixth, Tim?
We're in bottom of 6. TV 20's been in your house, folks, for a couple hours now watching this great ball game. We're coming up actually on the 2-hour mark. We play 7, so Lincoln-West will still get the opportunity to bat one more time. But I'm interested if Rhodes can get a bat on a ball here for a base hit.
And that's going to be a base hit right
There
there.
it is. There it is.
Good piece of hitting.
Did I jinx those guys or what? So now, Jose Trejo. He's had quite a day on the mound. He's been unbelievable. He's also been on base.
Yeah, he's the one that kept him in his game, Tim.
Oh, by far. By far. And you know, they're going to be talking to them after the game, 2 of the key players, and I'm sure Jose Trejo will be one of them if it stays this way to score. You know, if it switches up and Lincoln-West comes up with some runs, then that could be different, but it's pretty phenomenal for a young man like Jose Trejo. And I don't even think he's a senior. I think he was only a freshman or sophomore.
Who, Trail?
Yeah, I didn't.
He's a junior.
He's a junior. Oh boy.
So yeah, they got to come see him one more time for another year.
Well, next time he comes back here, we're going to be talking about how he's doing. But I'm sure when I talked to the coach from Rhodes, he was very upbeat about the team that he has, the players academically, and doing everything in the classroom first.
That's very important. Without that classroom, there is no baseball. Yeah, I think these guys just messed up my diet today too, but it's all good.
He thought that the guys squared up, fouled it off, but he didn't, he said. There's a big swing and a miss.
So 1-1, no outs. With a runner on second.
Runner on second advanced. He was on first, he's at second. And now even though they got a 3-1 lead, I am sure that Rhodes would like to pick up one more run here. And you can see us watching the Rhodes coach go the other way with it. So he's probably anticipating an outside pitch. There it was. There's your outside pitch, partner.
Yeah, you know, like I said, you look at it, that's unhittable, basically. But everybody needs some help sometimes.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure the players are going to go back, coach. Some of those pitches I thought they were outside, but hey, so that's why we're throwing it there because he's calling it. So now we see Marlon Henson talking to the pitcher. Now, I don't know what he's telling him.
And this was a scam kid that
This
was
is the bottom of the 6th inning, and you're now going to start telling the pitcher something? I don't understand what happened.
Oh, you remember he had some issues with hydration earlier.
Oh,
So
hydration.
I don't know if he caught anything or something's going on.
Oh, yeah, that's what he's sending him in for. Get some water. Marlon Henson, thank you. Great job, umpires. Make sure they are getting their liquids.
Yeah, you got to think he probably, being behind that plate for the first half of the game, with all that equipment on, you're losing a lot of fluids, and then you come out the pitch.
And if you look, Coach, skies have cleared, so that cloudiness we had earlier,
It's gone.
it's gone.
Now I think the what do they say? The rain is coming later on tonight, about 6.
Yeah, 5 o'clock or so. But
Yeah.
it's now, they're saying it feels like 91 degrees out there.
Mm-hmm.
Heck, if we wanted to play in this, we should have went to Texas. Right out loud. This is crazy.
I'm not going to complain because the last few weeks in Cleveland have been really, really crazy with weather.
Yeah. It seems like always the extreme, either freezing cold,
Yeah.
raining. I'll say that. We've had a lot of rain. And then next week it looks like it's going to be raining every day again.
Oh boy.
And I'm looking at all the green. It looks like everything's filled in with nice green. So, but they're looking for it. Now he fakes it, and then he walks into
And
third.
it pulls the third baseman in. You get the third baseman has to stay at third. Fake bunt steal.
So now you have a runner on third with 1 out. They're playing back, which surprises me a little bit. I thought they'd play up.
This is their DH, right? Nate LaQuay.
I believe so, yep.
So they've been giving him some room all game.
Now this guy has got, well, he's suspect to the strikeout. He has struck out a lot, and he's also drawn a few walks too.
Mm-hmm.
I'd still play in. I wouldn't want to give him one more run.
Yeah, it's 0-2 now. Yeah, you definitely can play in. Yeah, and pitcher should be going to that outside corner. Keep the ball in front. A little help from the umpire.
So 1-2. You've been watching the Cleveland Metropolitan School District Boys Baseball Championship game from Progressive Field, where the Rhodes Rams are now batting. They lead 3-1 over the Lincoln-West Wolverines.
Get that bat down.
You know, it's amazing that when we brought Bobby DiBiasio on and we talked, and he kept saying these young people, it's just totally amazing with the weather that we had to deal with. The turf, oh, it was just, it's been a crazy spring.
Yeah, and I think without those turf fields that they provided, you definitely wouldn't have the same amount of games they played this year. That it would have been impossible. I remember going down in the hole. What do we call those fields?
Tremont?
Tremont. Mm-hmm. And it used to be a little sand pit, basically, powder, the powder. But that's what we played on, bad hops and all. We had a great time.
No, it's a beautiful turf field. Jose Ramirez put that there. Even the driveway into the park, you'll see Jose Ramirez Way. So this should put us at full count.
CC Sabathia Field at Luke Easter.
Yep, CC Sabathia.
And those kids.
Oh my Lord! When he came out there and they had that cutting, wow!
Yeah, all these things they're doing now is just legendary, and I'm just so glad it's being done. I just hope the kids really take advantage of it because a lot of kids didn't have that advantage, and I know they wish they did.
Snap throw over to third. Thought he might be trying to get an early lead here. Mm-mm-mm.
3-2, 1 out. Ball 4. So first and third, 1 out. Nate LaQuay gets to walk. Probably has his final at bat as a senior, and they're going to take him off and probably get him a runner, and that's what's going to happen. So that looks like number 8
Number 8.
coming in. Victor Calandras
Victor Calandras.
coming in to run for Nate LaQuay.
He's got a little bit of speed, Coach. That little guy
yeah.
there, he's got some speed.
Oh, you know they're going to send him. I'm not putting him in just to stand there.
You can tell the coach, look over to the third base coach, he's giving you a sign.
Yeah.
Now, does he know what the sign is? We'll find out right here.
He's going to do it.
This is where that fake throw would have worked.
Yeah, he balked. Definitely balked. Yeah.
So he comes in on a balk.
He's going to tell him what he did.
So 4-1. So now they have a runner on second base again.
Bottom of the 6.
You know what, Coach, it used to eat at me when I coached all those years. I thought about it. I said, you know what, if you guys would realize, if you're throwing strikes and you're keeping that game moving by throwing strikes, your team behind you is going to play better defense.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly. He just balked again. He's coming set, but it looks like he's moving. He didn't call it that time. But he's coming set, and then he's moving his hands. Just got to settle down, focus. He probably, I would, if if I'm the coach, I'm going to come out and talk to you just to settle you down real quick. Hey, you're doing great. Just throw strikes. Let your defense work for you. Good right there. Good pitch.
You know, we'd be remiss if we didn't really say our special thanks to the crew here from TV 20.
Yes, sir.
Robert Bernhardt. If I have it right. I hope it's right.
Get us all set up flawlessly today.
Alex Paterna. Ralston Dowse. I should have. They're doing a great job. So 1-2 count. 1 out and on third.
This is Daniel Witt up the bat.
I like the way that he threw that ball, Coach.
Here it is right here. Good pitch. That
So
was
you
an
got-
excellent pitch. The Daniel wasn't ready for that pitch. You get in that box, you got to be ready to hit.
So now we're going to look at Roberto Benitez. He's had quite a day. MVP of the league, and you can see why. Great speed, good player, solid.
And we're probably looking at his last at bat for his high school career right here. So let's see what he does.
Yeah.
Good swing. stay in there on it.
He led his
Also a good
team in
pitch.
hits with 19 hits. He led his team in stolen bases with 26. He led his team in runs scored with 23. I think that's why he got picked MVP of the league.
And fouls one off.
This one back. Got another thing to ask you, Coach, when we get a break here.
Mm-hmm.
So we got 2-2 count, 2 outs, man on third. So thoughtful of those guys.
Oh, yeah. That sandwich was everything. I'll tell you that. Oh, no.
Oh, he got caught napping.
Yeah.
Can't blame the catcher. Third baseman wasn't even thinking about it coming to him.
Yeah, you gotta. Everybody's gotta be on the same page there.
So they score another run here. That makes it 5-1. We got a full count, 2 outs. I would have faked that throw, Coach. I wouldn't have thrown it.
Yeah, it's just too late in the game to be
Yeah.
making errors like that. Oh. He gets hit at his
Number
last
9,
at bat.
Coach. Number 9.
Ninth.
That's what you.
Wow. 9 hit batters in the game. And I don't want to go out like that. You know, my last at bat of my high school career.
Yeah.
And I get hit. Come on now. So you know if that happens, what I'm doing, I'm still in every bag.
So I think the coach is out there trying to talk to him.
Yeah.
They're probably exhausted from being out there in that heat.
And again, you got to realize he was catching also. They got a little tension going on.
Yeah, they do. Because he said, why are you throwing the ball in there?
Got to play as a team.
So, Coach, obviously, another thing that happens with a lot of coaches, and you'll probably be able to confirm this, or maybe it's just me, but I know there's a lot of times you go out, you run into people, they say, hey, Coach, played for you, you know, and they're talking, and you're sitting there, you go, dang, who was that? Does that happen?
All the time. All the time. Yeah, I try not to.
You try to be positive, and
Yeah, but
that's great.
I do ask though, because I tell them, like, listen, I've coached for this amount of years. I'll remember your face, but I'll forget a name.
Right.
And I'm bad at that. I feel bad about that, but it goes like that. You meet so many people, so many kids. Teaching and everything. You got to realize this is my 26th year of teaching.
Wow.
So, 26 years of classes, different schools.
Was Nathan Hale the first school you went to?
No, my first school was actually Charles Orr. It was so he just walked off. You can't do that. Keep your head up. Let the coaches make the decisions. So yeah, actually my first school was Charles Orr. It was an alternative school for kids that were like in the 6th, 7th, 8th grade. That were like 16, 17, 18 years old. And then the next year I went to Margaret Spelsey, which is now Guillen Academy. And then after that I was at Nathan Hale for a long time. So, but yeah, currently going to be at Lincoln-West next year. So
they're making another pitching change here.
yeah, they had to.
Bring in Eric Arroyo.
For the kids that are watching at home, you just never walk off the mound like that. I know it's tough and everything, but you got to kind of swallow your pride and just let your coach know, hey, if you need to come out, I need to come out. and stay on the mound, let him make that decision, and kindly give him the ball, and take your steps off to the dugout.
Well, I don't know if you remember this. There was one time, and I know Tito was the manager,
Mm-hmm.
and he walked out, and this pitcher didn't even give him the ball or anything, just walked off with disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
The next day he was released. Never played Major League Baseball again.
Yeah. Do you remember what was his name? His finger was bleeding in the World Series. One of our pitchers, but he took the ball and he chucked it into the outfield.
Oh, yeah.
Into the stands.
I remember now. Wasn't he? I think he was an outfielder, if I'm right.
No, he was a pitcher.
He was a pitcher.
He was a pitcher.
Okay.
He was coming off and he threw the ball into the stands.
That was terrible.
But he had some issues also, so I think we ended up trading him, and then he ended up, having some things go down, and it ended up in like China playing or something like that. So, like you said, it's guys like that. They're basically what you're saying. Guys like that, your career gets cut short when you do things like that.
Mm-hmm.
You got to keep your composure no matter what. Now, if you want to go in the tunnel and bang something up or whatever out of the view, but you never disrespect your manager or your coaches and things like that, just because things aren't going well for you.
So 2 outs. Eric Arroyo's the new pitcher. Logan Samaji, the second hitter, flew out the last time to center field.
Even though Lincoln-West is down right now, you're getting a lot of guys that are coming in. He's getting to get the pitch off the mound at Progressive Field. It's just making new opportunities and memories for the different kids. Things happen. You still got another inning to play, so the game isn't over till it's over.
Three 1 count.
And that's ball 4, so that's going to be first and third.
And now it'll be up to number 4, David Gardner, your first baseman. He has been hit by a pitch twice.
Tough day. There goes the runner. There's no throw down, but that's a strike.
Now, if you watch him, when he's in the batter's box here, Coach, he starts here, but then he leans in. I understand why they're hitting him.
So he goes from open to close.
Yeah.
Yes,
And he's right on top of the plate. So see it right there?
Yep, goes from open to close.
Yeah.
I forgot who used to do that in the major leagues, but there's a lot of Terry Pendleton. Remember Terry Pendleton?
For the Cardinals, or the Braves.
For the Braves.
Braves,
yeah.
That's right.
He used to do that a lot. Go from open to close. Because you see the ball better when you're open.
There you go again.
Oh, they're saying he ducked in.
Said he leaned in.
But
So they didn't grant it to him.
But he's in the batter box. He turned. That wasn't a lean in, I don't think. It was a curve ball. It didn't curve, and you're supposed to get hit like that. I've had umpires do that before too. You didn't make a move to get out the way. You don't. If you're in the batter's box, you don't have to make a move to get out the way.
2-2 count. The other people that make this whole thing work, you can talk about Desiree Powell as the commissioner of interscholastic athletics. Ron Johnson, Taquan Green, all of them over there that make sure that these programs go on and the kids get the opportunity to play. They do a phenomenal job, and no vacation for them. at all.
Right, yeah.
They're year-round, and
Yeah.
they're in there and dealing with it. And you can almost feel it in their voice when it comes to spring sports when the weather doesn't make it where they can play.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, it does.
But again, I really have to be so grateful for you, Coach, coming by every year to do this.
Oh man, I tell you, I enjoy it. I appreciate the invite every time. There's nothing else like it. I love the game. I love to see the kids play.
I remember the first time I saw you when we were training, I said, he's so damn fat, he's got to be playing center field. There ain't no doubt about it. I don't care what he does with that. He's going to center field. Those were good times. Oh,
Yes,
those
sir.
good times.
Yes, sir. Time goes so fast.
So this guy might have the complete game. He's got to be in great shape to be out there in 90-degree heat and go
Yeah.
through 7 innings of pitching.
'Cause I'm kind of cold in here.
Oh, listen, I'm okay.
My little legs are got the goosebumps on them.
Yeah, Coach, I'm okay. I'm all right here. So, Curtis Danberg, thank you again for everything you guys do. And I want you to know that I will be always grateful for everything that you guys have done for the kids, not only in Cleveland, but in Northeast Ohio itself. That have really been given the great opportunity to do that.
This rival has been going on for years. I mean, every now and then you'll get a Marshall in there, or John Hayes sometimes. But this Lincoln-West Rhodes rival is legendary.
Yeah, it's gone on for a while now. John Hay had a pretty good team, but again, it's Brandon Hawkins, one of the Hawkins brothers, and the father, Cliff. You got to give him credit because they're, I don't know why he would tell him get into coaching. You get a lot of gray hair doing that. I'm sure he'd tell you that in a heartbeat. You know.
Yeah, you got to think what Cliff Hawkins has been coaching in Cleveland for years.
Oh my God!
I don't even
yes.
want to name how many years, but I know way before me, and that just takes a lot. He really cares about the kids, and he's got sons that did the same thing after him. That family is just a real baseball family.
So we are at the top of 7. And leading off for Lincoln West is number 4, Angel Cruz. And he has been hit by a pitch and struck out so far.
And the stat is going to be who hasn't got hit by a pitch.
That might be. Wow.
Oh, it gets through there. Good piece of hitting. All right.
You're still competing.
He's so excited, but you got to run those bases right. I know you're excited. You got to run those bases right.
So now it'll be Alex Quinones, the right fielder. He has walked and struck out so far. And you don't want to walk him here because you got Daryl Murdoch, top of the order up, 485. He's sitting on deck.
And that is a foul ball.
I got to believe in those dugouts, those players are saying, hey, we're better than this. We can do this. Keep fighting.
Yeah, I mean, Tim, they're only down 4 runs. That's not really tough to get. It is, but it's doable.
Yeah, but you got the thing on a 4-run deficit. You got to get guys on,
You got to get guys on base.
and you got to get. I've always believed you got to catch a couple, whether it's a hit batter, a walk, or an error,
A
something.
blooper.
Yeah, blooper
Yep.
drops. You know.
Mhm.
So we're at a full count. Oh wow.
And that might be it. Step and throw. Oh, no. Keep going.
So this guy grounds out 1-3.
You know, that was a gutsy play, but you made it there.
So one down, runner on third, and they're at the back of the top of the order. Daryl Murdoch. He doubled and scored the last time up. Yeah, the infamous hit by a pitch.
I had a Murdoch that used to play for me at Marshall. I wonder if they're related.
I would be a bit surprised, Coach.
Actually, the Murdoch that I'm talking about, he runs one of the leagues that intertwine with the Cleveland League. That's a pop-up in the field.
Popping that up. Pitcher comes over, catches it, foul ball out.
2 outs.
2 down.
1 out away of championship.
So now, with 2 down, it'll be Yadiel Alejandro. He singled his last time up. He's flown out to right.
And that pitch was high, so it's 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, runner on third. Top of the 7th. So if Rhodes holds them off here, they will be the 2026 champs. Better keep the ball in front.
Did a nice job of keeping it in front.
I think that was some of the help of those Hawkins kids. I think one of them used to be a catcher for us.
Oh, yeah. Brandon, he was tough. So they walk him. So now, Wolfie Animus, he singled his last time. He's also flown out to left.
Walks can get you in trouble here.
Well, you don't want to hurt yourself here now. You got 2 outs. So the main thing is even if you throw one right down the middle and he hits it for a double, triple, whatever,
Exactly.
you're still up.
I want to throw strikes, definitely.
And I'm sure Coach went out and told him, look, this is your game to finish. Take your time. We got one more hitter to go. That's what I'd be telling him.
Definitely. So Wolfie Adames has been has been hitting 440 this year. Oh. That's about the 11th?
Yeah.
But I mean, he took that off the head.
I mean, they're not even attempting to get out of there.
No. Like I said, I mean, it's their box, so I get it, but I don't think I want to take one off the head.
This is Geraldo Garce Pineda, and he led the team with home runs.
444.
Yeah.
It's going to get interesting.
Oh, I got the wrong guy again. This is number 9.
Number
I'm
9.
sorry.
Yeah, that's him. Geraldo
That's right. That's
Garcia
right. Yeah, it's
Pineda.
the right guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he was the starting pitcher.
Correct.
He went for about 3 innings. Kind of amazed they make it that far with this kind of heat. Be different if they were playing in a warmer spring, but they weren't. Round ball.
That's gonna be a
Third baseman.
And that's
Ball game.
That was a good hard hit ball. Tim, it's been a pleasure, man. This has been awesome.
Oh.
Congratulations to the 2026 champs, the Rhodes Rams. Lincoln-West should not be holding their heads down. They played an excellent game. A couple errors here and there, but, you know, these guys fought. All the way to the end. Bases loaded in the end, you know, you can't ask for nothing better than that.
So the 2026 CMSD Boys Baseball Champions are James Ford Rhodes Rams.
Edwin Santiago.
So they'll have some things that'll take place here. Yes. 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 The guy from Rhodes. Hold on a second. Trying to keep talking while we as they pass on. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Yep.
So, yeah, there you have it, folks. What a great game that was. I mean, nobody can hold their heads down. Great experience for these kids to be playing down here on Cleveland Guardians Fields. I mean, it's just amazing. What a great day. The weather held off. A little hot, but nobody's complaining. Nobody's complaining. It just doused the coach. I mean, these are memories you're gonna remember forever. So great job, both sides. You know, they didn't waste any time putting those sprinklers on.
So, folks, you've been watching TV 20 right here from Progressive Field, where it's been the CMSD Boys Baseball City Championship game. Once again, the final score, the Rhodes Rams 5, the Lincoln-West Wolverines 1. So, for Marcus Morrison, I'm Tim Wells. Thanks for being part of TV 20. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Oh.